So I was looking at my tail light the other day. This card, the Saab I just got, and I have that. Really? I pulled it all apart. I had to, because I mean, really, it's leaking air. Somebody tried to use some kind of foaming glue to seal this up with. Well, I'm going to go ahead and clean this guy up here. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what you should do if you come across a tail light looking like this. Besides, yell at the dude you bought the car from. Wow. Whatever adhesive you use, pal, it doesn't stick for shit. So on the side you got one, two, three. 1, 2, 3. On the inside of the trunk, it's easy to get to. If you can't figure it out, you probably shouldn't be working on your cars. Anyways, I'm going to delve into this and do some little cleaning on this before I put it all back together, and then I'll do a how-to on how to put it all back together. Hopefully it'll look a lot better. What am I talking about? I know it'll look a lot better. Tools are pretty simple, really. That would be an X-Acto knife, a little jeweler's screwdriver, the cover for the screwdriver, a rag, some glass cleaner. But it didn't take that long to get this pretty well cleaned. So make sure you get down in there with that screwdriver and these little tiny tracks. Isn't there? Where the weather stripping meets in there, just kind of run along there, if there's anything in there anyways. I had to, because there's a whole bunch of crap in there. Alright. Gotta clean that one up. Granted, I'm not really looking for perfection or anything, but yeah, whatever that adhesive was, it looked like that expanding foam, but it was too thin, so I'm assuming it's going to be one of those adhesives you have to add water to or something like that, because, you know, it's not as good as super glue. Gorillas need water, whatever. Anyways, so yes, it's not like super duper shiny. It's got scratch marks and whatnot, but who cares? It's the only part you're going to actually see is that bit right there. So now the next thing is to get an adhesive that I don't need to use water with, and line up all the edges, put adhesive on one side or the other, and press the damn thing together. Hold it with some C-clamps or popsicle sticks and clothespin hangers or something. But yeah, this is not taking very long to clean this up at all. Like I said, I'm not like too hit on, you know, absolute cleanliness on all this. They're just the surfaces that need to be adhered to. And get down in there with that little screwdriver, because wherever there's weather seal on here, there's going to be, you know, glue or pine cones, dirt, mouse, something. I don't know. Okay, so that all there. So I've got cardboard to keep from, you know, scratching the surface, C-clamps, and I have contact adhesive. This is glue that does not require water to work. It's just straight contact, and I've used this on other things too, so I know it's good. You want to grab something that's going to dry clear or something that will dry black. Yeah, it helps to have a glove unless you really don't mind your fingers getting all nasty. But anyways, so here comes the adhesion portion. That'll be fun. Yeah, I didn't feel like using little clips that didn't seem to pinch it together tight enough, but and there's no place I can put a clamp here because there's a, oh well, no way to clamp it, but you know what? There's plenty of adhesive down in through there. Put it on both sides. When it sticks together, it's stuck. But all that little space in there is all going to be completely cleared up and filled in with this adhesive as soon as it dries. So it's just 24 hours. So see you in the morning, little tail light. The morning after. So after you've let all the glue dry, you can take all these little things here off, or whatever method you use to hold it together. Hopefully you use a crap ton of duct tape to stick it together. Shit. That's smart. That's awesome. That's just lovely. Sweet. Note, when you're tightening these down, pay close attention you don't over tighten it. Otherwise, you'll get a crack in it, and all the weather sealing that was just done is completely useless. But not if I go over that with a clear coat of something or other. Oy. Anyways, once you get all those things taken off, you get you some duct tape, electrical tape, strapping tape, I don't care, hot glue gun, and some paper. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 3 holes for the light bulbs, and you got like venting holes here for whatever reason. Just cover it all up. Doesn't have to be super airtight, because your next trick is to get something that makes bubbles and something that produces air. Do not use an air compressor. You will, trust me, you will blow the thing apart if you do that. Anyways, so I'm going to get all those little things off there and get this set up to show you what that's all about. Weird. Oh yeah, you might want to grab one of these too. Okay, so once you got all the clamps off, and you're all taped up, leave one hole open. God, that sounds so horrible. Anyways, so the next trick is to take liquid here, go all along the seam. I'm trying to hold the phone and watch what I'm doing at the same time. I'm talented, not really. The reason we're spraying this all off, not only to clean it, which it was pretty clean beforehand. Oh, you bugger. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Because then, next trick is to take the hairdryer and blow some holes through our open air here and look for bubbles all around the seam. And I can't do that and hold the phone at the same time. That would be really cool, but yeah, I'm not that cool. So what do you know? There it is. And again, I can't stress enough, be careful with the your C-clamps or whatever you use to pinch this together while the adhesive dries and cures, because you'll end up with 2 of them like I did. Well, you could end up with more, I don't know. But I'm hoping that you end up with less, to be honest with you. And so here's the beginning of another crack right there. Ouch. Okay, so anyways, this is all sealed up. Everything's ready to go. Taking the tape off and whatnot. But just because I'm going to be OCD about it, and I'm not going to put this part on video, I'll just do this crap later. All these little, and yes, that is supposed to have that kind of a gap because this actually comes down. It's retarded. It's a Saab. So, there we go. All these little gaps here where you can see the glue, and I want to take all of those where you can see the glue, and where it just looks tacky. It looks like it didn't seal, but it did, believe me, and it is sealed the way it's supposed to be. I just don't like the way that it looks like that, and eventually I got to open up my trunk or something somewhere. I'm just picky, So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that glue, tuck it in there with a little flattened wooden stick, and then I'm going to go put it back in the car. But it is now watertight. Crap, I'm going to have to do the same thing to the headlights of my other car. Yeah, the assembly is reverse of the disassembly, obviously. Yeah, that fits in there like that. Sure. Those 3 things there, they stick in those 3 holes. That sounds so bad. And then, on the inside, oh boy, oh shit. Inside we have our 3 10mm nuts. Why am I filming this? You guys get it. You guys get the idea. And there you go. All put back together. I even cleaned off the adhesive that somebody had let pool up right around here. Cleaned the whole inside of there. See, now I'm going to have to come over here, take this one apart, just to clean everything in here, just to put it back together again. else on this car is held together with baling wire and gum. Hey, my first Saab. I'm just hoping it doesn't make me sob. I know, that was really bad. Let the fun and adventure begin.